All right, dude, we are live again for a second time today. Um, like I had mentioned before, I am going to be doing some coding. I didn't say I was going to be doing some coding. I'm going to be working on the packing and unpacking mechanism. Um, and I'm going to try and get body pose tracking data. I'm going to try and get body pose tracking data from a Python script and unpack it using only bytes and floats. And hopefully, this should save up on some performance. Now, if I am in a situation where it's still doing garbage collection, I don't think it's going to be doing nearly as much garbage collection as it was when deserializing JSON data. But like, if it is still doing, I mean, okay, it might still be doing to a certain extent some garbage collection. So I guess what I need to find out is if that garbage collection ends up causing a hitch that's noticeable. Because if it's not noticeable, then I can just let it go. If it does end up being noticeable, then I might need to change things up in that mechanism a little bit as well. But as it stands now, the idea is I'm going to receive a byte array over the network, and then I'm going to basically unpack that. So what I'm planning to work on during this stream is the unpacking mechanism. I'm going to work on the packing mechanism on a different system. But okay, here's just a second. I need to. I think for the time being, maybe I should just store my, not store. Maybe I should just show the VS Code window alone, because there's not going to be a whole lot going on in terms of, like, on the Unity side, there isn't going to be a whole lot going on until I've finished writing up the logic for unpacking, right? So here's what we're going to do. Here, I'm going to bring this up and do this and disable these two, and we should be good now. I think so. Yeah, we are good. Let me just transition. So now you guys can see the same thing that I'm seeing. And let me just see what it looks like on stream. Give it a second. There it is. Okay. So we're going to be looking at this for quite a while. Let me also move. Okay. No, I think that's too small. Let's bring it here. A little closer. I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so here's the thing. First, I need to come up with like a proper thing, right? I did have where was it? I think it was temp app notes. I think this was it. So I had scratch notes written down here. Is IntelliSense working here or not? I don't think it is. Yeah, no, it's not. So how do I get it to... Because I had this problem previously as well. For now, let's just try restarting the language server and see. Restart server not found. Okay. Restart language server? No, that's not working. Is the extension okay? Or, well, I mean, is the extension still there, or did I disable something? Well, the extension is there. The others I have disabled, but like I'm not using them. That's why I disabled them. Why is this not working? Should I restart VS Code? Maybe after I restart VS Code, it might fix the issue. So let me just show the desktop. Okay, let's close VS Code. You guys would probably be seeing a black screen. Just, it is what it is. It's fine. Let me open up VS Code again. Dude, I hope it doesn't start updating right now, because like VS Code does that when you close it, and when it updates, it has it has like this weird thing where it'll shut off your monitor for, I don't know, or whatever screen you're using for a good few seconds and then bring it back on. Now, usually that's not a problem. It's kind of weird for it to happen, but like it's just a thing that it does. I don't know why it's doing it, but that's a thing that it does. I just don't know if that's gonna negatively impact something during the stream. Like, because OBS is currently capturing the screen. It's capturing various things. And I don't know if that happening can suddenly... Wait. Okay, let's give it a little bit and see if... So this is showing references already. But it's not showing suggestions. Alright, so I guess we can wait while this thing does its thing. Alright, so I had something written down here. So now this app is... things are changing a little bit here. Now I'm going to be receiving a raw message instead of a DVT-MP message. So initially it was going to be like, I was only going to be sending these messages. Right? Wait. Are we good now? Yes, we are good now. Great. Awesome. So we have IntelliSense working. So initially the idea was that I would receive a message. No, don't fill it up. Okay. So I would receive a message, and then that message would contain like a bunch of information. It would contain a byte array. And then that byte array would be decoded into... it would be deserialized. Actually, no. That byte array would be converted to a JSON string, and then that JSON string would be deserialized into object data. Right? This works great. It's the reason I did this is that it's a much more structured approach, and I mean, to be fair, I did have like some fields that I'm not really using a whole lot, but like initially when I designed this protocol, then it was like I thought I might have uses for it. Okay, now the problem I'm running into is this works great for like operations that you're doing, you know, every now and then. Like, you know, hey, once every few seconds or once a minute or something like that, if I need to like trigger something or move something around here and there, it works great for that, right? Because that's not gonna That's still going to generate some garbage, and that garbage will have to be collected, but it's not going to generate as much garbage. For receiving body tracking information, if I receive the body landmark pose data over the network as JSON, and I'm deserializing that data, I'm receiving the data every frame, or well, I mean, not necessarily every frame, but I'm receiving it, let's say, multiple times a second, I guess you can say. And I'm within the span of like 10 seconds, I've already received a whole bunch of those messages. And within those 10 seconds, I've also deserialized a whole bunch of those messages. So I've received a whole bunch of byte arrays. Each of those byte arrays was converted to a JSON string, and that JSON string was then deserialized into object data. Right? And that same operation has happened within 10 seconds multiple times, like a lot of times. And so because of this, it generates a crazy amount of garbage. Because when I made this protocol, I didn't take into account that there was going to be like a whole lot of string operations going on. So what I did is, I redesigned it a little bit. So now what's going to happen is it's going to receive a raw message. Oh, well, the app is going to be receiving a raw message. The raw message will contain a magic number. It'll contain a magic number. And I think I'd also mentioned it'll contain I wrote down the format here. Where's raw message protocol? There it is. So we'll have the raw message. The raw message will have a magic number. It'll have the payload size and the payload data. So this is going to be our raw. This is going to be our entire raw message. Now within this raw message, it might contain a DVTMP message. It could contain a DVTMP message, or it could contain a body pose message, like I have written down here, or it could contain. I think I wrote down something else. I don't know if I have any other use cases just yet, but yeah, it can contain a bunch of different ones. So that's the idea so far. The magic number is supposed to mention what type of message it is. So is it a DVTMP message or a body pose message or any other type of message? I'll have like a list of those different types of messages as more and more come up. But the idea is, if I'm getting a body pose message, that body pose message is not going to be a JSON string. It's going to be a byte array. I mean, even the DVTMP message is going to be a byte array, but like the expectation there is, or the assumption there is that byte array is going to be, it can be decoded into an ASCII string, which is going to be a JSON string. So that's the expectation. But with a body pose message, the expectation is going to be that I'm directly unpacking that information into whatever it's supposed to be. So I'm not doing any JSON stuff there. So by doing this, I'm avoiding strings completely, and I'm hoping that that's going to save up on quite a bit of performance. But something I need to look into is the operation of converting a byte array into a float, because all of them are going to be, the entire payload is basically going to be containing a bunch of bytes that are all meant to be deserialized into, or well, not deserialized, a bunch of bytes that are meant to be converted into floats, a bunch of floats. Like that's what the entire payload is. At least in this case, that's what the entire payload is going to contain. So my expectation is that I need to see how using the bit converter class to convert a bunch of bytes into a float can impact performance. I know it's definitely going to be like fast, but I need to see if it generates garbage, and if it does generate garbage, then how can I avoid generating that garbage? So first I want to set up the mechanism. I don't want to like pre-optimize because like pre-optimizing is gonna take a lot of time, and who knows, later on I might find out that I didn't even need to do that. So that's why I don't want to optimize too early. So for the time being, we are gonna, I don't think I need any of these anymore. So there's a couple of things I need to be careful of, or I need to be mindful of, especially because I'm doing these operations like every frame. I need to be, oh shit, I deleted a function that I wasn't supposed to delete. That is this one. Yeah, okay. So, the messaging system, let me open this up. Where did I place the messaging system? Here. Okay, so the idea with the messaging system is that it receives a message and then it decodes. So I need to fix this as well. Like what happens here exactly? Because like this receives, this is right now expecting a DVTMP message. But like I'm gonna need to change things up a tiny bit. So I can pass the entire message. Now, should I pass a reference or should I pass copies? Because I feel like passing a reference would be better than passing a copy, because then that copy has to be garbage collected, right? Even if I'm sending a byte array, yeah, I'm wondering if I should just send like a reference instead of sending a copy of the data. Because like, doesn't that byte array need to be garbage collected at the end of the function? And if that is the case, then like why garbage collected in the first place? Well, I mean, it's going to be garbage collected at some point. The idea is that I'm trying to minimize the amount of garbage collection. So like, it's going to be received here. It's going to be received in this script. It's going to be received in this script during the update. Right. Once it receives the data, it's then going to parse the message. And when it's parsing the message, that is where it does the thing where it's going to like decode the message and hold on, I need to add a note here. This function needs to be updated for raw message. Okay. So yeah, the idea here is that like this, when we are parsing the message, this is currently the code shows that it's expecting a JSON a JSON string, and then we're going to be deserializing that string. But what I really want to do is, well, what I'm going to change it to now is it's gonna be parsing a raw message, and then in that raw message, depending on what kind of data we receive, it's then gonna fire the appropriate event. So what I'm wondering is, how is it gonna know? Because like I was thinking of like just directly passing this data onto this script via this body pose event. No, random dvtmp. For now, it's random dvtmp. I was thinking of passing it directly, but now I'm gonna have to find a different way. Because like, okay, how would it know that it has to pass the message? The only way I can think of, considering that we are not deserializing any body messages and stuff like that, considering that, I think the only way the way that I'm able to think of right now is using the magic number. So if the magic number says that it's a body pose message, then it invokes the appropriate event. And at this point, I think I should add an event for I should probably add an event for body pose. What should I call it? I think just body pose message. Receive body pose message. I think that's good. So public static event message handler, receive body pose message. What exactly am I calling it? It's just called body pose message. Okay. Receive body pose message. Great. That should be enough. And then here I need to add another entry. Wait, what happened? Oh, I need to update the body pose message name. Or well, message body names. Now, okay, so here is a problem. Maybe I should change this name from message body name to something else. Because now it's not just message body name. Yeah, now it's not just message body name. Now it's not just a message body. Now it's a raw message that could possibly contain a message body, but it could also contain a body pose message. Well, no. It's a raw message that could possibly contain a DVT-MP message, or it could contain a body pose message. If it contains a DVT-MP message, that is going to have a message body name field. So I need to update this naming mechanism. You know what? Let's write it down. To do. Update message body names list. No, body names enum name to something else. It doesn't make sense now that there is a raw message instead of only a DVT-MP message. Great. Man, I love this new keyboard that I got. It's got nice soft keys. And the mouse works. The mouse wheel, more importantly, works. I'm happy about that. Okay. So, receive body pose message. So we just fire this event when that happens. And now what I can do is in parse message, I can check, because I have to check the first byte of the thing. I have to check the first byte of the thing. right? So what I could do is I could change this up a little bit. I could get rid of this and get rid of this. If message, no, wait. So byte magic equals, or magic underscore num equals message bytes. Why did that show up as an enum? Oh no, okay, that's not. Message bytes 0. Cool. If magic num, maybe I should have an enum for magic numbers. Yes, I need an enum for magic numbers, dude. Yes, I need an enum for magic numbers. So, public enum magic numbers, or magic number. I forgot if like we're supposed to add a plural in the name or not. Let me Google that. I don't give a shit about naming convention too much, but like I don't wanna mix it up. Okay. Should enums be named plural? Oh, somebody already asked this. Should enum name be plural? Enum should always be singular. Oh, fuck. Okay. Enums in Java should be singular. The thinking is that you're not selecting multiple protocols here. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Let's see what other people are saying for something else. Okay, here it is from Microsoft directly. Use a singular name for most enum types, but use a plural name for enum types that are bit fields. Oh yeah, because like for bit flags, you can like combine multiple flags together. That makes sense. I'm not doing that here, so yeah, cool. Do I need this to be public? Why have I made this public? I don't remember why I made this public, because I'm not using this outside of... I don't remember if I did use it. Let's leave it public. It's fine. So what did I say it was gonna be? What was the... I'd written it down here. What... So the magic number 0 is a DVTMP message. Magic number 1 is a body pose message. Okay. So DVTMP message, and then body pose message. I need to remember to hydrate, dude. I can very easily get lost in this and then just not hydrate at all, and suddenly I'm gonna start having problems talking. Give me a second, let me hydrate.
تشغلها بدون إنترنت والاستمرار في تشغيلها في الخلفية. احصل على يوتيوب ميوزك بريميوم.
Also, let me just check and make sure the music is still going. Okay, it's good. Click around a little bit and we are good. All right. So DVTMP message, body pose message. Great. Awesome. So now that we have that, so if magic number is equal to magic, I mean, I don't need to store it then, do I? Like, I mean, that's kind of pointless. I need to look into how garbage collection is done on local variables. Hold on. I need to reread that whole garbage collection thing. Like, what do you call it? The Microsoft Docs website does have a thing for garbage collection. Like they have a couple of pages. A bunch of the engineers have also written some very helpful articles explaining stuff about garbage collection, and like where you should. They also explain, more importantly, they explain some of the misconceptions that people might have about garbage collection and how the garbage collection system works. So like I need to go back and read all of that shit. Hold on. C sharp, C sharp local variable garbage collection. Local variables and garbage collection. Okay. Variables aren't garbage collected. Objects are garbage collected. And they can be garbage collected anytime after the runtime can detect that they are no longer referenced by any live code. Give me a second. Okay. Right. So, can detect they're no longer referenced by any live code. Okay. This includes objects referred to by local variables. It's very rarely a good idea to change a natural design for the sake of garbage collection. Something which is the state of a method isn't usually naturally part of the state of an object. So turning a local variable into an instance variable is usually a bad idea. That said, we don't know what those local variables represent or anything about them. We'll need more context to comment on your specific case. Okay, cool. Okay, there's an ad playing, so I guess wait for 30 seconds. I'll carry on scrolling and see what they're saying. Okay. Sorry, whoever whoever's watching the VOD, if you heard me laughing suddenly, I'm watching something else. So like, yeah. Okay, back to reading this. Why aren't local variables garbage collected when referenced in a returned lambda function? Oh, this is a slightly more advanced use case. It's not okay. Understanding garbage collector behavior for a local variable. Okay. Try building and running it in release mode. Okay. The release build and so and so brought back the expected behavior. Okay. Local variable in an event handler method and garbage collection. Okay. Garbage collection and variable lifetime tracking. That's interesting. Somebody has written a dev blog about it. Here is a seemingly simple question for you. Is it possible that this is a whole article, right? This person answered the question. They answered the question. Okay. Is it possible that the CLR will call a finalizer for an instance when an instance method is still running? In other words, is it possible that the following case to see finalizing instance, no, in the following case to see finalizing instance before finish doing something? Oh, so like garbage collecting the thing or calling the finalizer before it's actually done with its work? The answer is it depends. In debug builds, this will never happen, but in release builds, this is possible. To simplify this, oh wow, okay, that can cause like a race condition. That can cause like a hard to track bug. if the issue pops up in like the debug build, but it doesn't pop up in the live build, and then you send out the live build and it just keeps crashing due to this, or it throws errors, or however the thing is handled. Okay, I need to it does get released, just not right away. Garbage cut. My god, why is this so loud? Okay. The system has low physical memory. This is detected by either the low memory notification from the OS or look. Why is this so... My fucking god, dude. Okay. 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 Alright. The memory that is used by allocated objects on the managed heap surpasses the surpasses fuck, that was so hard to say, surpasses an acceptable threshold. This threshold is continuously adjusted as the process runs. Okay, this is not answering my question. Okay, hold on. Let's look up local variables performance. Performance penalty for using unnecessary local variables. Local variables are class fields. Declaring local versus out of scope function variables. Is it better to make local variables? Is it better to make a local scope variable a class variable if it is so and so? Is there performance gain or another reason for declaring? I think they're saying local variables. Okay. Normally, no speed difference. Both versions of the code produce the same IL code in release mode. In debug mode, the IL code is a little longer because the store to a local variable is made explicit. Okay. Okay. What is their code? Let me look at their code. Okay, so they created a local variable for a string. They created a variable for a string. Well, a variable to store a string result and then returned that result. And then they had another code thing, another block of code, which didn't create a variable but directly returned that same result instead. So it didn't first store it into a variable, it directly just returned the result. Um, and people here are saying that no, it doesn't make too much of a difference. Located in the stack, located in the heap. Okay. Oh, wait a minute, that's interesting. So that's for some reason located on the heap. Okay. Just a second, guys. I'm just reading this whole thing. If it goes for not complex variables like
convenient.
Wait a second. Wait a second. What's being stored in this variable? I think it's just going to be on the stack, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's just going to be on the stack. My God, you need to turn that volume down. Okay. Okay, so I'm looking at... Actually, maybe I should be looking this up over here, but anyways. Okay, is it better to make a local variable a class variable if it is being used in an update/listener to avoid being created every time? I think that's a good question. Yes, I think that's a good question. In my opinion, it's a design decision, but mostly you can simply create a local variable. Mostly you can simply create a local scope variable. Why? That's per design. If you call your method very, very, very often rapidly, then you can get in trouble with your memory. On the other hand, when you move it into class scope, every time you create a class, you will address memory for your variable, which can be never used. So it's up to you and your design, even performance. If you have an object, there is nearly no performance issue, rather than reserving a bit of memory for holding it, because your object is set as a reference. For the sake of cleaner code, I would recommend using local scope in those cases. Okay, yeah, enough of that. So we are gonna just carry on with this. So if it's a DVTMP message, then we don't do anything else. What should I add here? Like, let's just... Yeah, let's just do that. Why is this comparison not working? Cannot be applied to operand of type so-and-so. Oh, okay. So I guess I then need to do this. Fine, so we can typecast this to int, and then compare the magic number to that. Now what's the issue? Oh, just a second. Would this work? Oh, okay. Alright, that works. Great. For the sake of cleaner code, I could do this instead. But like, that's not too much. That's not too much of a difference. No, that's not going to be cleaner code. Okay, else if message byte so-and-so is equal to this. Body pose message. Right, so if it's a body pose message, okay, so we have the magic number. Then, oh, I missed something, didn't I? Hold on. I definitely missed something. The payload size has to be higher. It cannot be 1 byte. I did not take that into account. If it's a byte, it can only be 255 bytes max. The payload size is definitely going to be way, way bigger. What's the size of an integer? Is it 4 bytes? C# int size. I think it's 4 bytes. It's not 2 bytes. Hold on. Int size. 32-bit signed integer. 32, fuck's sake. 32 bits. Holy shit. That was, for some reason, that wasn't coming out right. Yeah. 32-bit signed integer. Fine. Signed. Wait, signed. What if I make it a uint? I mean, if it's size, if we are talking about size, it's not going to be negative. It's not going to be negative, but at the same... Oh, wait a minute. The range of of a 32-bit signed integer is well into the millions. I'm definitely not going to be sending 1,000,000 bytes in one message. So I don't need to worry about that. But I do need to change this. So it's going to be, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, bytes 1 to 4 are going to be that. And then bytes 5 to n are going to be our payload data. Right. So how do I go about this? It's 4 bytes, right? So int payload size equals bit converter dot 2 int, I think 2 int 32. Actually, should it be int 32 or should I leave it to 16? Because the 16-bit... No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. That's going to limit it down to what, 32 or 64? I think 65,000. I think. No, is it? No, is it? How many could we store in like total? 16 bits would be 2 bytes. What does that store? Is that 35 or 65? Hold on. 16 bits max value. 65. It's 65,535. Okay. Yeah, in 32. Because the interesting thing is it's close to that much. I think it's close to that. I don't remember. Oh, no, it's not going to be close to that much because I'm going to be packing the data into, I'm going to be packing the data. So it's mainly going to be all the bytes. So it's going to be much smaller. Right. So, what was it? Message bytes? Yeah, message bytes. I should look into span. What is read-only span? Read-only span. I haven't looked into span and memory types in C#. So I need to look into that and see if that can somehow benefit my workflow. I'm not going to read that right now because that's probably going to take away from what I'm trying to do. But okay. Oh, there's only two options here, right? Okay, so we do this and then we start at 1. So it's int 32, so it's going to be reading 4. And it'll stop at that point. And then I have to get the payload itself, which, I mean, I could just do this. Payload data equals... How do I get the range? How do I just copy the range? Oh, I could use array.copy. But it's a very useless operation that I'm doing right now. The source array would be message bytes. I really don't think I need to do this. Just a second. So we need the size of the payload, right? So new byte payload size, and then I run a array.copy operation on the next line. So from the source to the destination, which is our payload data. I need to specify where to start. We are able to specify length, but I need to specify it where to start though. Okay, so we have int and long, and then we have int source index. Okay, so source index, I need to start at 5. And for payload data, the index needs to start at 0. And it needs to copy payload size. Now, I need to see if array.copy has any performance drawbacks. C# array.copy performance. Fast array copy in C#. Oh, another thing I need to look into, and that is if the bit converter class tends to have, if the bit converter class has bad garbage collection, then I'm gonna need to look into. Then I'm gonna need to look into doing stuff with pointers, with like raw pointers. Actually, wait, no. Would it be called raw pointers in C#? I don't know. I'm gonna have to do stuff with pointers. If this doesn't work out. But I don't think it's that primitive that like it's gonna be bad for performance. I'm gonna have to see. I would check out buffer.blockcopy if you're really concerned about speed. Okay, let's check it out. So system.buffer.blockcopy. What does this do? It copy. Well, how does this compare to? Actually, I haven't used the buffer class, have I? Manipulates arrays of primitive types. Okay. Wait, what methods do we have in buffer? We have block copy, byte length, get byte, memory copy, and set byte. Interesting. So how would this be different from, let's say, array.copy? This method copies count bytes from source beginning at source offset to destination beginning at destination offset. Both source offset and destination offset are 0 based. That is, the first byte in each buffer is at position 0, not position 1. The block copy method accesses the bytes in the source parameter array using offsets into memory, not programming. Wait, hold on. Okay, the block copy method accesses the bytes in the source parameter array using offsets into memory, not programming constructs such as indexes or upper and lower array bounds. For example, if in the programming language of your application you declare an int32 array with a 0 based lower bound of -50, and then pass the array with an offset of 5 to the block copy method, the first array element the method will access is the second element of the array. Which is at and index negative 49. Okay, hold on. This post is old, but anyone in a similar situation as the OP should have a look at fixed sized buffers in structs. They are exactly what OP is asking for, an array of primitive types with a constant size stored directly in the class. You can create a struct to represent your collection, which will contain the fixed size buffer. I remember reading about fixed size buffers. They introduced that during one of the C# versions. Wait, any faster way of copying arrays? Is array faster than so and so? Array.copy versus buffer.block copy. Okay, these are good questions that I'm getting. Can I copy this array any faster? Actually, why am I doing all this? I don't need to do this. I don't need to do any of this. The messaging system is supposed to pass whatever it's supposed to pass the entire message bytes array. It's supposed to pass the entire raw message onto whatever event is being fired. So I don't need to worry about any of this here. I do need to worry about it like once it gets to the other end. So I can erase this from, actually, I can copy this into the other place. Another thing I should do is I should have just like how I have message body names here. I need to change things a little bit. There's message events dictionary. There's message events dictionary. But like now that it's not just one type of message, now that it's a raw message, how should I go about this? Because like I tried to make this dictionary. This is supposed to be one long dictionary containing all of these events that I can very easily access through the dictionary. And then I made this message body names thing. Message events dictionary. Maybe I could just change this name to message event names instead. I could do that. Yeah. Because like the idea is that like I'll receive a raw message, right? That raw message could contain any type of payload, but like specific types of payloads will fire specific types of events. However, a much more general use case type of payload is the DVT-MP message, which can fire many other different types of events. Like at the moment, for the time being, I only have two types of payloads. One is a DVT-MP message. One is a body pose message. This entire list of events, the majority of this, actually all of this, minus the last one, are fired by a DVT-MP message. But this last one is fired by a body pose message. Yeah, okay, I guess that's fine. I need to work on. I need to update the comments that I've added here because I think they might be slightly outdated because I had like a different kind of design in mind at the time. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's fine. Great. So if it is this, then I can call this. So here, in place of this, I can write a message, msg event names dot body pose message. What happened? Oh, dot to string. Maybe I shouldn't have kept it as a string kind of thing. Because I'm passing a string then. And that's again happening every... Yeah, nope. Shouldn't be doing that. Would it be okay for a dictionary's key to be a number? Actually, are dictionaries okay for performance? Dictionary performance. Efficiency of C# dictionaries. All right. Where did that open? Oh, here. Okay. You've got to dig a bit to see how dictionary is implemented in C#. It's not as obvious as hash map or tree map, or concurrent skip list map. I've never heard of that last type. I don't think I've heard of the previous one as well. I've heard of hash map. I don't think I've ever heard of tree map. Anyways, if you dig down into the remarks section, it says the dictionary generic class provides a mapping from a set of keys to a set of values. Each addition to the dictionary consists of a key value. Hold on, just a minute. This is a dictionary. Why was I making it a string? Why was I making it a string? Am I not able to make hold on. Dictionary message. Can I not make the type an enum? And then that the other thing can be an int. Would that work? That seems to work. Why was I doing the string thing then? So we can do MSG this, and then that's going to break a bunch of things. Hold on. Just a second. Let's copy this in case it breaks a bunch of things. Just in case. So we're going to comment this out, and then we can change this to, what is it? MSG event names. And then we have to delete a bunch of these things so they're not throwing errors anymore. I think that should be it. Now, where is the error popping up? I think it might be here because I was... Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. So here the problem that I'm going to run into is I need to choose between whether I want the... Fuck. We can't avoid having to choose strings. That's a problem, dude. No, we can still avoid it. So here's what I'm thinking, right? Here's my thought process. So here, the reason, I think one of the reasons I made this a string was because the message body name field in the protocol is also meant to be a string, which is this message body name. Message body name is basically the event name. Just a second. Yeah, message body name is basically the event name, but I'd kept this as a string, and now I'm wondering if I should not have it as a string. See, now I'm wondering if I should make a list of message event names, and then those event names can be passed. So like they can be sent as integers, and like that's not going to be an issue on the C# or the Python end, or even Rust for that matter, because like they all, I can create an enum. Well, okay, I'll have to see on Rust. I think on Rust also, yeah, it's possible on Rust as well. But I can definitely say for sure on C# and on the C# and Python side, you can most definitely associate them with. I think you can do it on Rust as well. I just haven't done it enough times to know the specifics around that situation. But on the C# and Python side, yes, definitely you can create enums, and those enums can be associated with numbers, and so you can pass the number instead. The only slight inconvenience would be that I would have to have the same enum declared in both apps, and that's not that big of an inconvenience, because it just means that any app that's going to be communicating with this main VTubing app, that app has to have the enum in it. I have to declare the enum. So instead, here's what I could do. I can just make a copy of this enum, and then I can change. Yeah, that will solve the problem. It'll definitely get rid of one string operation here. Though I'm wondering if that one string operation is going to be... No, you know what? Yeah, let's go for the more performance friendly route. So another to do would be change dvtmp message protocol to have, what is it called? Message body name as an int instead of a string. MSG body name enum can be used. No, MSG body name enum contains all possible message body names. So make sure that each app that is communicating with this app has the enum declared, so it can send the message body name as an int. Also, maybe add the MSG event name. What did I call it? MSG body name? No, MSG event name. I need to change this as well because I renamed it. Oh, wait, I just did this, right? Okay, so that's done. All right. Also, maybe add the MSG event name enum entries. No. Wait. Also, maybe add the list of names from MSG event name to the DVT temp app notes text file. Right. So, back to where I was getting this error. So if now I need to change the way that this is done. I need to change the way that this is done. I need to change the way that this is done. So I need to open up dvtmp message. Now, where all is this being referenced? I cannot remember where all I've made. So there's 7 places, right? It's being done in the camera system as well. A bunch of things in the camera system are going to break. Well, 3 things. It's still a bunch of things in the camera system are going to break. It's being used in some script as well. Okay, let's open up the camera system. Oh, it's all debug stuff. Debug receive message. That can be changed. Let me look at it. What is it? So like, what's the problem? Can I open? How do I open this up? Oh, okay. All right. So, the problem here is message body name. Okay. So, all I would have to do is this. Okay, and then this. And then this. And then that solves the problem, right? For now, I think it's going to throw an error. Actually, it's not throwing an error. Why isn't... Oh, well, okay. Anyways, so here, I'm going to change this to int. What would happen if I changed it directly? What would happen if I changed it directly to message event name? So raw message, message app type. Okay. Oh, yeah. Messaging system dot message event name. Is there still an S there? I thought I changed this. No, I didn't change it. There are 12 references to this. Okay. Okay. Message event name. Okay. Okay. What was I gonna do next? I think here I have to change. Was it in some script too? Where all is this being used? Let me just check again. So it says it's being used in some script too as well, and in dvtmp message. dvtmp message, so and so. Okay. Oh, okay. It's a different kind of scenario. Okay, it's not gonna be too much of an issue. Right. So that problem is now solved. So any dvtmp message that comes in has to be. I'm gonna have to update like a lot of the documentation and the comments. I need to note down a lot of it. But that kind of gets rid of the. Let me hydrate, dude. I haven't been hydrating. Right. So that is getting rid of the strings. I'm kind of curious about enums and their performance. So enum performance. Oh, wait. Dictionaries and this and this.
And YouTube Music Premium. Try 1 month free of charge.
Okay. Yeah. C# enum performance. Okay. All right. So, is there a better way to use C# dictionaries than try get value? Contains key is there. Okay. Dictionaries are simply a container where you look up a value based on a key. In many languages, it's more correctly identified as a map, with the most common implementation being a hash map. Okay. Okay. Enum and performance. Casting from int to an enum is extremely cheap. It'll be faster than a dictionary lookup. Basically, it's a no-op, just copying the bits into a location with a different notational type. Parsing a string into an enum value will be somewhat slower. I doubt that this is going to be a bottleneck for you, however you do it. No, I doubt that this is going to be a bottleneck for you, however you do it though, to be honest. without knowing. Man, okay, the way that they've, though, to be honest, without knowing more about what you're doing, it's somewhat hard to make a recommendation beyond the normal. Write the simplest, more readable code, more readable and maintainable code, which will work, then check that it performs well enough. Performance comparisons between enum evaluations and ints. In C#, enums are inline to be constants by the compiler anyway, so the benefit is code legibility. Yeah, I'm okay. So another thing I'm wondering about is like, I'm just gonna ask like a dumb question, like I usually do, but I'm gonna say it out loud on stream. So, do enums store strings? No, no. Okay, they got the thing wrong. No, no. Are enum values strings? No, they're talking about a string-based enum. Is enum a string? It's not. I know it's not. There's a different way that it's being handled, but I'm purposely asking this dumb question. Rather, I think I should try and understand how are enums handled. No, how are enums stored? That's what I should be asking. How are enums stored? Okay, somebody asked here, can someone explain diagrammatically how enum is stored in memory? An enumeration is an interpretation of a numeric data type inferred by the compiler, usually an integer, but you can change it. The compiler introduces a new type for each enumeration you define. The newly defined type is particular because you cannot inherit from and contains operators that you can use to cast it from an integral type. Oh, sorry. I zoned out for a second. Okay, and contains operators that you can use to cast it from an integral type. From the memory perspective, an enumeration is stored in a value of integral type capable of containing all the values you have declared. The CLR provides this as a base service. Therefore, languages like C# have this behavior. This might not be the rule for every .NET supported language. Okay. As enum types are handled as integral types, they are stored in the stack and registers as their respective data types. A standard enum is usually implemented as an int32 This means that the compiler will handle your enum as a synonym of int32 for the sake of simplicity. I left out several details. Hence, your enum is at the end and int32. Okay. Okay, so this is good because this person is asking the kinds of questions that I would have. Like they asked in the question in the comments as well. The values that an enumeration can take, let's say A, B, and C, are turned into integers like 0, 1, and 2. The enumeration itself is indeed an integer. Integers are laid in the stack as 4 bytes aligned with so-and-so. No entity is stored because only the value is stored if you're using bit fields. So, okay, what I was trying to understand, which I think even this person is trying to understand, where are enum members stored? See, I'm trying to understand where the string portion of it gets stored. And I've gotten this answer before as well. I'm just not able to remember right now what the answer was. A standard enum is usually implemented as so-and-so. The compiler will handle your enum as a synonym of int32. Once a list of values is created for an enumeration, those values are stored as literals against their display name, the access name given at the time of declaration. They're stored as literals. Hence, your enum at the end is int32, which is hard-coded into memory, similarly like a constant. Okay. Okay, so I'm kind of getting it. It's being stored as a literal. Okay, somebody gave an example here. No, I think the OP was asking that as a question. Okay. If it's purely for description, you can use the built-in description attribute. Hold on. Is the music still going? I think. Oh, no, I accidentally hit full screen. Okay, let's exit that. Okay. Carrying on. Okay, let's see if... Okay. So if it's being stored as like a constant, then like there probably isn't any garbage collection going on there. So like, I shouldn't have that much of an issue. See, I'm trying to get rid of the usage. I'm trying to get rid of the usage of strings as much as possible here. So I won't be doing string comparisons. I won't be doing string manipulations. The only string operations that would possibly be happening are when I decode a byte array into a string, which I'm hoping like, you know, the class that's doing it has like, or the method that's been implemented for that, I'm hoping that it already has like performance optimizations to be able to, you know, do it in a more performance friendly way that doesn't allocate a whole bunch of garbage. So that's going to be one string operation that I'm doing, and the next one is going to be whatever the JSON deserialization operation does. So like whatever string operation the JSON deserialization operation does. And I think that's good. I think that's good. I think that's good. Yeah. That's a good way to go about it. And then message body value can contain like whatever the message is going to be. I'm wondering if I should change this up a little bit as well. Like maybe I can like redefine my message system thing. Because like, okay, now I've got, I mean, okay, no. See, I also kind of want to take convenience into account. Because like for, where was it? I I don't think I've defined it yet. So like the for the message body, I think, or for the raw message. Well, for the message body, I would know. Actually, what did I set up for the message body? Landmark count and then the landmarks, right? So that's how I'm storing the thing. Hey Sarah, welcome to the stream. Oh, there's an ad playing. Okay, hold on. I'll sit quiet for like 30 seconds. Actually, let me hydrate in the meantime. All right. Hopefully the ad should be over now. Hello, Sarah. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? I am working on my VTubing application. More specifically, I'm working on I'm working on doing performance optimizations in it and changing up the design a little bit so that it can run a little faster, run a little better. Okay, so we have message event name. We have magic number. When the message is parsed, it can then send the entire message bytes thing. Maybe I should change this name to raw message bytes. Yeah, that seems a lot more suitable. Right. Now, once that happens, in here, I want to subscribe to a different event. Here, I want to subscribe to the, what was it? Receive body pose message. Actually, maybe for the time being, we can leave this. And once again, for the time being, I can, with the magic number would say raw body message, right? If it would say raw body message, then, well, okay, no, I can do random DVTMP message. It's fine. For now, I can do that, and then later on, I can change it to the actual thing, and we should be good. Right. What else do I need to change? So the messaging system is going to receive So the messaging system is going to receive the message, and it's gonna So what have you been up to besides this? Couple of things. I've been getting into learning about neural networks. I started learning calculus because I never got a chance to learn it in school. So now that I have the need for it, I'm actually going to be learning it. And yeah. I've been trying out this new platform called Resonite. It's pretty fun. It's kind of like Neos VR. And well, most of the devs on the platform are from Neos VR. But yeah, I've been busy with a bunch of things. What have you been up to? How's things with you? Okay, so the messaging system receives the message and then it fires the event. It fires the event, and then we move here. Now, this is where I'm going to need to change a bunch of things. And I wonder if I should just rewrite a new some funk 03 message. Oh, that sucks, dude. Yeah, that really sucks. Okay, some funk 03. What would it be? I think just raw message bytes. Okay, so now here I'm going to be receiving the bytes. So the first thing I want to do is get the magic number. I don't need the magic number though. At this point, I don't need the magic number anymore. I need the payload size. So the payload size would be... I keep mixing between different naming conventions on C#, Python, and Rust. Because like each of them uses... They don't enforce it, but like it's kind of encouraged to use different naming conventions. Okay. What did I use? Was it bit converter? I think it was bit converter. Bit converter. Yeah, bit converter 2 and 32. Raw message bytes. What is that? Start index. What's the start index? 1, I believe. So that's the payload size, and then there's the actual payload itself. So payload data equals array dot copy. Yeah. Oh, somebody had asked the question about array dot copy versus block copy. So this is enum. Okay. All right. Okay. Any faster way of copying arrays? Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. This class provides better performance for manipulating primitive types than similar methods in the system.array class. Admittedly, I haven't done any benchmarks, but that's the documentation. It also works on multidimensional arrays. Just make sure that you're always specifying how many bytes to copy, not how many elements. Oh, okay, that's the difference. How many bytes to copy, not how many elements. But like, if I'm dealing with a byte array to begin with, then I wouldn't need to worry about the byte count, because like every single one is going to be a byte. Okay, also I have not tested this, but you might be able to squeeze a bit more performance out of the system if you bind a delegate to... Oh, no, I don't want to do that. No. Due to requests and to satisfy my curiosity, I tested this. The results are so-and-so and so-and-so. Wait, what are the result? Hold on. So you are doing the results in test array copy, test block copy, and test unsafe. So that's what the... Oh wow, okay, so block copy is faster. But no, you did the test 3 times. They're very competitive. As a general rule, mem copy implementation is fastest, but not necessarily worth worrying about. Okay, alright. Okay, now, it does work. I really need to look into span, dude. So there's read-only span. Provides a type-safe and memory-safe read-only implementation of a contiguous region of arbitrary memory. It is a ref struct that is allocated on the stack and can never escape to the managed heap. Okay. Now, what if... Okay, copies the contents of so-and-so into a span. Now, I need to read what a span is. Actually, they had like a whole thing here, wasn't it? All about span. Yeah. This is from 2018, but it should still apply now. Imagine you're exposing a specialized sort routine to operate in place on data in memory. You'd like to expose a method that takes an array and provides an implementation that operates over that type of array. That's great if your method's caller has an array and wants the whole array sorted, but what if the caller only wants part of it sorted? You'd probably then also expose an overload that took an offset and a count. Oh, so what I should look into is byte array versus span. Yeah, I should be looking into that. Oh shit, I just noticed the time, dude. Okay, so it's kind of late. It's gone a little later than I usually do. And combining the previous stream and this stream, I've been streaming for close to 2 hours. No, close to 4 hours. The previous stream was I believe like 2 hours or something. So yeah, I do need to give my voice some rest as well, my vocal cords some rest. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's stream. I'm gonna carry on doing this. I'm gonna carry on doing this research because I'm already like way too into it. Here's what we can do. Okay. I don't know if there's too many people, but I'll go and raid somebody anyways. Let's see what's going on in the let's see. Hold on. Okay, Demkeys. Hope you sleep well then. Thank you, and thank you for stopping by and chatting. I hope you have a nice day, Sarah. I'm just checking. Oh my god, just chatting finally got a low to high thing? Did they? No, they didn't. Okay, great.
يوتيوب ميوزك هو تطبيق موسيقي لأكثر من 80 مليون أغنية رسمية لتستمع عليها بشكل متواصل حتى مولد ابن ابنك
I guess I'll just scroll all the way down because
العاشر. احصل على يوتيوب
given that I'm a small streamer myself, I prefer to raid smaller streamers. Let's go down. Actually, hold up, real quick. Shorten the list. And let's go down, down. All right. Okay. Okay. Nah. You know what? I don't know if I'm gonna raid anyone. I always have a hard time deciding whether I want to raid or not. Mostly, well, I have a hard time deciding on somebody to raid. So I'm seeing the list here. Hold on. So there's somebody here. I don't know. Oh, I have an idea. Hold on. Let's do this. And now let's go down. Yep, this is a fairly long list. Let's go down. Keep going down. Okay. Right. So, what do we have here? Oh, we can still go down. Okay. Okay. What are we looking at? Oh, okay. Fine. I think I found somebody here that I'm gonna raid. There's a person doing some work. They're working on their something. Oh shit, it's verified accounts only. Alright, dude. We are gonna do this. We're gonna raid this other person. They go by Dojan Vaughn. Actually, I hold on. Oh wow. Okay. I don't know if this person realizes like this list. No, mind. Okay. I'm taking way too long, dude. Okay, dude. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna stop. I'm having such a hard time deciding. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna raid the person. Okay, so that's gonna be it for today's stream. Um, uh, yeah. I hope you guys have a nice day, and I will see you all next time. Peace.